Alrighty.
All right, I'd like to call this caucus meeting to order. We'll go over the agenda. And, obviously, when we do roll call, pledge of allegiance, dispense with the meeting. We have 3 pieces of communication. Anybody want to talk about that at all? Okay, we'll move on to the mayor's report.
I'm going to give it on the floor, but I wanted to really quickly, if I can give you guys some of these to pass out in your wards or when you're walking around or businesses to try to get them to either hang this up or participate in these, so I can give them to you after. And then something that's not in there, I just had, Megan just copied it now. Youngstown Columbiana Association of Realtors, we had a meeting with them a few weeks ago with Joey, and they wrote a very one-page, they call it a grant, for about $1,500 to get this speaker to come to talk about smart growth cities. So if any of you are able to attend, we would love to have anybody there. They're opening this up to any and everybody. They obviously have a limited number of people that can attend. It's going to be open to the Youngstown Warren Chamber. But I feel like if we can get as many of us to go, because they're doing it because we asked very much, and it's going to be at Avion on the Water on April 26th, and it's 9 to 12, so it's in the morning, but it should be a pretty good event, and there's no cost for any of it, but you do have to register. So I don't know if you can register or just go on, call the number and register there. I think it's at the bottom of the first page. And
What is it, YCAR?
yep, Youngstown Columbiana Association of Realtors.
Breakfast and lunch, I'm in.
Yep, and then on March 18th, next Friday, I talked to Lori and Megan, and we're gonna try to switch the time because I have to be in Canfield by 2. So we were gonna try to take an hour. We're trying to do a big thing where we're cleaning out Manor and organizing all those files. We got a lot of it done already, but I need volunteers to help me just literally sort the boxes and make one stack for tax, one for auditor, one for city council, so that way we can have everybody go in and they know what they're looking at. Because if we send Megan in there now and say, okay, go through all the city council files, well, it'll never happen. So we just need people to help organize the boxes into it. So we're just an hour on the 18th from 12:30 to 1:30. So if you're available, we're gonna try to do as much as we can.
As soon as Dylan has a staff meeting, but I'll be there as soon as.
That's a Friday.
Yes, it's a Friday. So however many people we can, we're just trying to get it so that, because sending them in one by one and saying, here, figure it out is kind of absurd. We had some, GBS came in and we're looking at trying to get everything online. That's something we'll talk about at a later time. But trying to get rid of all of the files and get them digitized. So it's something we're hoping once we do, the court will do, and we can get rid of all these storage fees. And make more room downstairs, and that we have the whole women's jail cells filled with court files. So that's a whole nother effort to make room down there in the building too, so. That's all.
What day was that?
Friday the 18th.
Okay, any questions for the mayor? Okay, moving on, report of standing committees, it would be March 16th, 2022.
I guess we'll call a finance and legislation meeting for March 16th,
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Any other, nothing on the Manor or Island, nothing yet
On what?
on Island Avenue School?
They're
No.
cleaning it out.
Okay.
They're cleaning. I did talk to a resident a couple days ago for a very lengthy period of time,
Yes.
and the rumor up there is that it's going to be attracting all these drug addicts and that it's Suboxone and methadone. And obviously we've stated here, we've stated in the news, we've discussed it and explained that that is absolutely not what's going there. So after talking with her, she said, Kat, we were ready to sell our house. Like I didn't realize, and that this was what was going on. I said, we're having a
Well,
public
that's the reason
hearing,
we need a public
that's
hearing.
why we're doing it, but she said, the sooner we can have it, the better. I said, well, we can't have it until they officially close on the property and we go through the proper channels, but as soon as we can have it, we're going to. But a couple of the neighbors were talking, I said, can you have them call me? Can you let me know who they are? I could stop at their house, because the rumor mill is,
Yeah, it's uninformed
and
people
we knew
making
it was gonna
judgments,
be
yeah,
like that,
sure.
which is why we're handling it the way we
Right.
are, and going through the public hearing and doing all that, but it's gonna be a bright spot in the community, not what they're,
And it probably should increase security around there.
yes, and he's gonna have cameras, a whole security system set up. I think it'll be much better than what's going on
Oh,
right now.
absolutely.
That's what,
Oh,
so
without
I got
a
approached
doubt.
at this
Without
beginning
a
dinner,
doubt.
somebody asked me, and I'm like, well, do you want what's there now? Cause I'm
Right.
confused.
Yeah.
I thought
You know,
Jimmy
so-
Cribble when he called me about this.
Yeah, so I think as long as we have this public hearing, invite all the neighbors, maybe send a mailer out to everybody on the north side and say, come, if you have questions, we can answer them, because this woman I spoke to was very upset, and she said, Kat, that makes everything so much better, I wish I would've just called you first.
Yeah.
And I said, if you can tell the neighbors, or
Well,
let me know I've
it's
stopped at
really
their house.
important that people show up to that meeting.
Yes.
Because we know how that works out. A lot of people don't show up and then they just assume things are gonna
Right.
be a certain way. And that's your word, so maybe we
Yep.
can
Yeah,
push
sure.
that, but have them, at least that word show up, because that's what it's gonna
Yeah.
affect.
That's, I think if we send a postcard mailer that, hey, we're having this public hearing, if you have questions,
Yeah,
Come
it's
so we can
important
answer
for them, even if they
It
don't
is.
have questions, they should come and get
Yep.
information.
So you don't know when that's closing or it's
no,
soon, you said?
the survey I believe has been completed, and then they have to go through I think they electronically sign everything now for the closing. And then they're gonna let us know as soon as that happens, and as soon as that happens, we'll
Then we
schedule a
can do
zoning
a
board
public-
meeting.
Well, if
And
they're
then
planning it
go from
out,
there.
everything looks like it's going forward.
Yeah,
Because I don't think
The
they'd be
pay-
allowed to do that if they
Right,
didn't know
the
that.
pay, they've already exchanged, the money's
The money's
been
already-
transferred, everything's already done with it.
I think it's just the final paperwork
Yeah.
that's being wrapped up, but they're in there.
Okay.
They were cleaning out when as I came
But
here.
it frustrates me because I don't know how much more clear we can be, and how
Right.
many more times we can say, no, that is not what's happening.
Well, you know, that is the whole problem, I think, with the city, is that everybody, and I was the same way before I became a councilman, you think you can get things done the next day, but it's not that process.
Right.
There's a process that we have to go through that's legally bindable, and they don't understand that.
Right.
If they would come to meetings and see how meetings are run and what has to be done, they
And
would
the-
understand.
Yep.
Process we have to live with. Right.
Yep.
Hey, keep me in mind for that meeting, because I want to make sure I'm available for it.
Oh, we'll make
You know,
sure,
a Monday or Tuesday always works for me, because I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays.
okay,
So, and then in the evening, any day in the evening would work as well, but I work Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
okay, I'm assuming that we're gonna have it at Mothy, pretty much the same way we did with the
Flooding.
public
Well,
forum.
yeah.
Yeah.
And kinda have it set up like that,
Okay,
so Mondays and Tuesdays.
Mondays
But
and
we have to
Tuesdays.
advertise it for a month.
Yep.
Before
Okay.
we can even have the meeting, so there's a month downtime right there.
Yep.
Right.
So,
Okay,
So it's not like we can schedule it and then
right.
for
and
next
have
week
it,
we
yeah.
can't, it has to be.
But that also gives the citizens time to make schedule
Enough
adjustments and
plans.
whatever.
okay,
Okay,
And we
now-
wanna encourage just whoever has
Oh, sure.
questions to come, so we can,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
Mhm.
They have to realize it's their headquarters.
right,
It's not, you know, I
right.
mean, they're gonna have like meetings there,
But as far as I was under the impression when we talked, they would be there from like 8 to 1, and then everything afterwards was gonna still be the basketball league, it was gonna
Sure.
be after-school programs, it was gonna be summer programs, they were gonna be done.
but, right,
So it's not like it would even continue into the night.
right.
So I feel like they were very clear in what they were gonna do, and the rumors just, but that's always gonna happen, but that's why we wanna have the public hearing to quell any of that.
Okay. Any other committees for next week? All right, we just have the finance and legislation at 6 o'clock. And we have 3 pieces of legislation. Anybody wish to comment on any of it? Let's see, where is class B? So third reading.
I have, on the one resolution, I brought this just in case anybody wanted to see it. About the Mahoney County Tax Incentive Review. Here it is. So if anybody wanted to know what it is, I brought the letter from Sarah Lown, just explaining, but it was something that, I guess this is something we've done it every year.
Will we pass the debt number two? Something to bring up.
It's under emergency, so.
Yeah, we're passing it.
Yeah, I thought we
Yeah.
thought that we were
Yeah.
gonna pass it and.
I don't know, there was so much going on last week, I didn't realize.
And he's
Yeah.
gonna, I think we're gonna construct something, some kind of structure, like you said, with easel,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
Sure,
Right,
that,
okay.
and it's something to help the people decorate the room without putting tape and stuff on the
Okay.
walls. So
Right.
I think we'll be ready with that.
Yep.
All right, moving on to unfinished business. Anybody have anything for unfinished business?
I don't know if this is the right time to bring this up, but I have started talking with the baseball league and Mr. Bradley, and we're moving forward.
Oh,
At
good.
least after talking to each of them one time.
Yeah.
So, we have some common ground, and hopefully we can build on that.
And I wanna thank you just as a parent for doing that and kind of mediate the
Oh,
situation.
yeah, sure.
Helps. a
Well, it
lot.
sounds like the situation with the football team, the same scenario pretty much.
Yeah.
That they want to start a new league in Struthers, basically. If they can, one or the other.
There was a big ongoing thing on social media.
Yeah, and there was a lot of sensible comments on there as well.
Yeah, I've been trying to encourage everybody involved to tone it down.
Yeah.
Tone it down, because that's the last thing we need is
Oh, really?
people going
I
back and
missed
forth.
that.
And that's the only thing you're gonna get, you're gonna get
I
things
miss
accomplished
it.
if you tone it down too.
Yeah.
You start
You're in
bickering at
love.
each other. Well,
love
everything else, you ain't getting nothing done.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean,
You're being the same boat you are now.
yeah,
It's
instead of looking backwards at what so-and-so did, it's like,
It creates more enemies than friends. So.
Right.
Okay, moving on, anything for new business? Report of our law director is not here, report of our auditor, is she gonna be here?
I don't think she's
Okay, she's not gonna be here. And report of our safety service director. Bob, that's you.
Actually, Bob's been on vacation, so he doesn't have a whole lot to say right now.
okay.
I'm trying to get caught back up myself, but
Okay, did you enjoy vacation?
I did.
I didn't enjoy him being gone. He's taken so much off my plate since he started.
I
All
know I
right.
said that to you and Joey about that on Sexton.
Yes,
Did you guys look into that at all, or,
yes, he did.
okay?
You know what else on Sexton's, I don't know if it's the same thing. There's this piece of junk truck sitting up there, is that the one?
No, this was you're talking about 19 Sexton, or
Yeah.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, lower half.
Yeah.
This is the top half, like.
We're on that.
There's a truck
Just
up
for
there.
you,
That
is
was
this
the
the
first
same-
thing I did when
is
I
this the
walked in
same
next
one?
door on Monday from vacation.
I promise you that
But
we're,
you sent me that on Sunday,
Park
right?
this way, it's-
Yeah, it was Sunday.
we're almost
yeah.
at the,
I didn't expect you to, that's when he sent it to
I mean, I
me,
ride
Yeah.
up there
so I
when
just
go get
figured
gas.
I'm just passing it, you know,
You
yeah.
know?
we've turned a corner.
Good.
Very
Okay.
good tape.
All right, any other questions for Bob? All right, I'm gonna need a motion to adjourn this meeting for Caucus.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, meeting adjourned.